Good morning, children. Welcome back to your English classes. So, we have started with the fourth chapter from your honeycomb textbook, The Ashes That Made Trees Bloom. So, this is the fourth video. So, now let's see what happens. I have heard that my lord, the daimyos, is to pass along the high road. So this kind old man, he went out and he sat down on a branch of a tree. For what? Because he knew that the lord, that is the landlord, he may pass from there. That is the high road. So he just want to have a look. The kind old man set out to see him taking his basket of ashes. So whatever ashes he had collected, he took that ashes and he set out to see the landlord, that is the zamindar. As the train approached, what not train means not the railway train, here train means the procession. If you see in movies and all, you find the king, the queen, when they pass, all the people on both the sides of the road, they stand there to welcome the king, the queen, prince and all. So that is called the procession. So as the train approached, he climbed up into an old withered cherry tree. Withered means dried up cherry tree that stood by the wayside. So that was on the way where this landlord was going to pass. So he climbed up that cherry tree and he was waiting to see the landlord. Now in the days of the daimyos, it was the custom that all the people along the road would fall upon their hands and knees and remain prostrate. Prostrate means flat. पेट के बल लेट जाते हैं until the procession passed by, so as not to commit the impertinence. Impertinence means a rude action of looking down on his lordship. So this was the custom that was been following since many years, that when the zamindar, when the landlord used to pass by from there, the people over there, the people on both the sides would fall upon their hands and knees and they would remain still, flat, till the procession is completed. It's a action that you're showing respect, and that so as not to commit the impertinence. Impertinence means rude action of looking down on his lordship. So one of the soldier came there and told this kind old man, "Get down on your knees. Get down on your knees." The train drew near. Near means the procession, it came closer by, and everyone kneeled down while the procession was passing. So everybody, sabne ghutne tek liye as the procession was coming closer by. Suddenly the leader of the van caught sight of the aged man up in the tree, and he was about to call him in an angry tone. So this man, this leader, he was going to call that kind old man in an angry voice. He was going to shout at him. But seeing that he was such an old fellow, he pretended not to notice him and passed him by. So as he came closer, he saw that it was that man was an old and kind man. So he pretended, उसने फिर ध्यान नहीं दिया, he pretended that he has not seen him and he passed by. So when the daimyo's palanquin drew near, palanquin means what palki type, no, cover for one passenger to sit. So when the daimyo's palanquin drew near, the old man, taking a pinch of ashes from his basket, scattered it over the tree. So as the landlord and his wife reached near the tree, the kind old man, he sprinkled the ashes. He took the ashes and he sprinkled, and it scattered all over the tree. And in a moment, what happened? It burst into blossoms. All beautiful, fresh flowers smell, and all the flowers bloom up. The delighted daimyo ordered the train to be stopped and get out to see the wonder. So he was surprised. He was surprised to see, he was very much pleased that this dried up tree has blossomed with fresh smell. Perfumes scented the air. So the delighted daimyo ordered the procession to be stopped, and he got out to see how this wonder has happened. Who did it? Come here, kind old man. Thank you. These are presents of silk robes and sponge cake, fans, and other rewards for you. I also invite you to my castle. So these are some of the presents, because he was very much delighted. He was very much pleased with the kind work what he did. He did it so that to please the Lord, to please the landlord. For that reason, he welcomed him. So the daimyo was very happy, the Lord was very happy, and he presented him. He gave him some reward. And he also invited him to his castle. Castle means palace. So the old man went gleefully home. Gleefully means went happily home to share his joy with his dear old wife. So he wanted to share this good news to his wife, and he went happily home. When the greedy neighbor heard of it, now all I told you, whatever they do, the greedy neighbors, they imitate. So same manner, this cruel greedy neighbor, he heard of it, he took some magic ashes and went on the highway. Instead of kneeling down like the crowd, what he did? I'll climb this withered cherry tree and wait here until the daimyo's train comes along. The same way, little far away, he went there, he climbed a tree, and he was waiting for the Lord to come nearby. When the daimyo himself was almost directly under him, so as soon as they reached near the tree, under the tree, what this greedy neighbor did? He threw a handful of ashes over the tree. So the same manner the kind old man did, he threw down the ashes. But what happened? Instead of blooming, what happened? Which did not change a particle. बिल्कुल change नहीं हुआ. Instead, the wind blew the fine dust in the nose and eyes of the daimyo and his wife. So, जैसे उसने ash sprinkle किए फेंके, it went into the eyes and nose of the daimyo and his wife. Such sneezing and choking. What do you mean by choking? Suffocate. You feel suffocate. It spoiled all the pomp and dignity of the procession. It spoiled all the grace. कितने अच्छे से उन लोग आ रहे थे, gracefully they were coming. It spoiled all the dignity, the grace of the procession. The man whose business it was to cry, get down on your knees, seized the old fool by the collar. So collar से उसको पकड़ के नीचे डाला. Dragged him from the tree and tumbled him and his ash basket. Tumbled means उसको threw him and his ash basket into the ditch pit by the road. Then beating him soundly, he left him for dead. Thus the wicked old man died in the mud, but the kind friend of the dog dwelt in peace. Dwelt means lived in peace and plenty, and both he and his wife lived to a green old age. Prosperity, green means happy and healthy life. So you see what happened to this greedy neighbor? Finally, what happened? What happened to them? Yes, the daimyo, he dragged him from the tree, he threw his ash basket and he beat him and left him for dead. And the dog was rest in peace, and the kind old man and his wife, they lived prosperity, they lived healthy and also in good wellness. So I hope you all have understood this chapter. Yes. So go through the chapter, and once again I'll give you the summary of this chapter. So all of you pay attention. I'll just give you the summary. The Ashes That Made Trees Bloom by Honeycomb, from your Honeycomb textbook. So what this chapter is all about? In this chapter you find the kind old couple, how they became, with the help of their pet dog, how they became rich and more richer. And there was also a cruel and greedy neighbor. So you find in the story what results it happened. You being a greedy, you being so jealous, what happens? It results to death. So from the moral what we can learn is, you should be satisfied with what you have. Whatever you may have, you be happy. Don't look into others' life, what they are doing, what they are having, what they are belong. You don't have to look into others. Instead, you be happy and make your life more peaceful and joyful. Is that clear? So, tomorrow I'll send you the notes PDF. You can write it down in your notebook.